Hi, I'm Dr. Hayo Kim with the Kim Center for Social Balance, introducing you to the LEAPS Sexual Harassment Prevention Toolkit for Employers. Why use the LEAPS toolkit? LEAPS works because it uses systematic data collection to drive targeted strategies that generate measurable change over time. This in turn empowers you to tangibly transform the heart of your workplace. And it is one of the few resources that allows you to tailor your approach with tools that fit your needs. The toolkit's various sections give you key materials such as how employers benefit by preventing sexual harassment, legal requirements, and templates and strategies to get you started right away. This toolkit is a call to action. Together, let's disrupt a relentless cycle and build ecosystems that encourage workers of all backgrounds to thrive.
The LEAP Sexual Harassment Toolkit outlines key components in addressing sexual harassment through creating an organizational climate and culture, incorporating formal and informal responses. It is these responses that strengthen how readily a business can respond to sexual harassment and also benefits your business's strategic long-term vision and sustainability goals. In this section, you will gain information on first, developing clear protocols and communication in sexual harassment prevention, reporting, and investigation, responding from a trauma-informed lens, encourage use of language for framing sexual harassment in the workplace, both written and reinforced verbally, how language access, workplace accommodations, and clearly written policies and procedures promote workplace inclusivity and sexual harassment prevention and intervention. Moreover, opportunities to incorporate personnel as part of the solution beyond required sexual harassment trainings. Lastly, this section will share a pathway for leaders to receive feedback from staff on workplace safety. This section is intentionally developed to be a resource for employers to continue to construct and affirm their workplace culture, irrespective of sector or business size, to be a leader in their community. The most successful organizations embed accountability into their systems. This should include consistent self-evaluation for all leadership and departments responsible for worker well-being.
Hello, I'm Linda Kavanaugh, retired Vice President of Human Resources. I'm here to share strategies for sexual harassment prevention and intervention. Let's start with the hiring and onboarding process. Proactive systems promote healthy workplace cultures, discuss expectations for respectful interactions during interviews and the onboarding process, include information about reporting sexual harassment and discrimination during the onboarding process, to signal that your organization takes these situations seriously and has a zero tolerance policy. Be sure to include copies of the policies in your employee handbook and to go over procedures for reporting, witnessing, or experiencing sexual harassment or hostility verbally. Training requirements and implementation. Effective training covers sexual harassment behaviors, reporting procedures, manager responsibilities, respect for all individuals, and prohibits against retaliation. Be sure to meet the minimum legal requirements for the content and frequency of training, as defined under the Fair Employment and Housing Act and Title VII of the Federal Civil Rights Act of 1964. These include types of conduct considered sexual harassment and examples to clarify, remedies available, strategies to prevent sexual harassment, supervisor's obligation to report harassment, resources for victims of sexual harassment, including to whom they should report it, how employers must correct harassing behavior, what to do if a supervisor is personally accused of harassment, and elements of an effective anti-harassment policy and how to use it. Finding the right training is important. The effectiveness of any training increases when it is engaging. Different learning styles are considered in the delivery. Employees can apply what they've learned to their specific workplace and role. And the content is backed up by action your organization's leadership does. That is walking the talk. There are free and low-cost trainings available. You can find training suggestions in the resources section of this toolkit.